Alright, so hey guys. This video I'm making today is going to be based on two viewer requests that I got. The first was that I start doing my tutorials based on replays so I can give more concrete evidence of what I'm saying and doing in these tutorials. And the second was that someone wanted to know how you can attack in Shogun 2. And so in this battle, I am going to be attacking with an all Ashigaru army, except my general. You of course need a general. If you don't have a general, then your units are going to give up almost instantly. But I have an all Ashigaru army, around 6 Bo Ashigaru I believe, and around 9 to 10 Yari Ashigaru. And the army I'm facing has a pretty good advantage over me in the fact that it has bow samurai, I believe. Somewhere. I cannot find the bow samurai. But anyways, it has 1 or 2 bow samurai. Here we go, bow samurai. And they also have some Yari samurai in the midst of their melee. There. They have a couple more, I believe, as well. Yeah. So this enemy force is superior to mine. Again, this is the full 20 forces as well. So they do have a ranged and an infantry advantage over me. So I'm going to show you how to attack. Even if you're outnumbered, even if your units are worse than the enemies, there are ways to get over this. But first, disclaimer. I just wanted to say this. Shogun 2 is not a game like the other Total Wars, where the advantage lays with the attacker. I know in Warhammer and things like that, usually the advantage lays with the attacker. Shogun 2 is a very defensive game, and often I go entire campaigns without even attacking even once. So I would recommend always avoiding it if possible, and forcing the AI's hand and forcing them to attack you. So one way you could do this is just straight up spamming archers in your army. If you have superior ranged than the enemy does, their army will almost always move towards you. And even if they don't, you can just stand back and snipe their archers for a while until their archers run away. And then you have free reign on their melee troops. So almost always, if you have a superior ranged force, if you have more archers than they do, they will almost always charge you. So that's one way you can avoid attacking in Shogun 2, but if you have to, there are ways to win. So let's just start off with my initial formation. Right now I'm moving towards them, so let's just keep moving. All my archers are in loose formation. In fact, all my troops are in loose formation because I don't want to take any losses as I approach their army. I want to take minimal losses, I should say, not any losses. You're inevitably going to take some losses to their archers, but you want to take minimal losses. And so throwing them in loose formation will allow that. And so you can see I'm moving my formation up. And the best thing to do is not to move your army directly into their army while they're still setting up. Wait for their setup to get finished, and then set up slightly outside their archer range. So as you can see, my units start, actually not yet. My units stop immediately before the archer's range. Yep. So this is immediately before the enemy archer's range. And I can tell what the enemy's archer's range is because I have the same range on my Bo Ashigaru. So immediately before I can fire at their line, I stop. And then I begin to set up my formation. So let's get my formation set up and then I will explain it real quick. Basically just moving archers and Yari Ashigaru around. Alright, let's pause here. I believe my setup is mostly done. Just moving a couple Ashigaru. I'll let them get in formation. But anyways, so my formation. Let's stop. My formation is a bunch of Bo Ashigaru in loose formation in front of all my Yari Ashigaru. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to send them forward slightly so that they can fire at this first line of Yari Ashigaru. But not so that they can fire at the bow Ashgaru in the back, because that means their bow Ashgaru can fire back. So what I'm just doing is walking my bow Ashgaru slightly forward so they can only focus on these Yari Ashgaru. And generally when the AI sees that their melee troops are taking fire, but they're not returning fire, they'll start to move their archers up. And so when they move their archers up, their archers will start targeting my archers. You're going to see this. And this is essential to attacking. You do not want your infantry units taking archer fire as they approach. They inevitably will take some archer fire, but you want them to take as little fire as possible. You want your bow Ashgaru taking most of the fire while your Yari Ashgaru run up. So as you can see, I set up my Yari Ashgaru line, again in loose formation, and it's roughly the same length as the enemy line. Even though I only have around 5 or 6 Ashgaru in this line, I stretched it out thin enough so that it's roughly the same size as the enemy line. And so the key to winning are 2 Yari Ashgaru on either flank. As you can see, I set up 2 Yari Ashgaru on either flank. So you're going to see as the battle continues, these Yari Ashgaru on the flanks are going to be so essential to winning. So I'll go into what they do in a couple minutes when they start doing what they do, but for now I'll just go into what's currently going on. So my bow Ashgaru approaching, as you can see, going just in range of the Yari Ashgaru, and then look. Their bow Ashgaru start moving up and firing at my bow Ashgaru. And in fact, their melee troops start even charging against my bow Ashgaru. And you can see my bow Ashgaru are just taking all the hits. They're taking all the fire arrows and leaving my infantry to just walk almost unharmed. See, like they're barely... Okay, this one's taking actually some damage, but most of them are just walking away with little to no damage, and their archers are still firing at my archers. So now I start moving my Yari Ashgaru up. Let's go in slow-mo. I start moving my Yari Ashgaru up. So start moving your Yari Ashgaru up to their line, and make sure they're in loose formation as well so that they stop taking archer fire, or they take minimal archer fire. And then what you want to do is take them out of loose formation just before they hit the line, and then throw them in Yari wall formation, and then charge them into the lines. This way, they will last as long as possible, while your Yari Ashgaru on the sides, they go on flanks. So you want to throw them in Yari wall, and then charge them into the enemy line. So you can see I am charging everyone into the enemy lines, and they're all in Yari wall as well. So you can see I'm taking some archer fire, but because I threw them in loose formation immediately before, or like before as they were charging, they didn't take that many losses. And also, you definitely want to keep your general up there and do some inspiring so that your units don't like break instantly under like 3 or 4 units. As you can see, like 1 Yari Ashgaru is fighting like 3 or 4 melee units. So now on my flanks, this is super important. Run your Yari Ashgaru around the entire line. You need to get around the flank to destroy enemy infantry from behind. Your Yari Ashgaru on the front lines will lose. It's inevitable, they will lose. Because look how many units they're facing. They're just lucky that they're in Yari wall, so that they'll hold out long enough for these flanking troops to get around and hit them. You can see I'm doing flanks on both sides. This one didn't go as well because they got caught on the side, but this is a huge flank. And in general, I'd say forget like the enemy general, just go directly into their infantry. Their general will generally just charge into the Ashgaru anyway, and he'll die that way. So as you can see, I got some great flanks in from the back, and look, all these units are breaking. My Yari Ashgaru is still holding. And look, all these units are just breaking because they got charged from the back. As you can see, I'm starting to get this flank somewhat better. I should have sent my Ashgaru in like a larger larger circle around so that they could actually get behind and hit these Yari Ashgaru in the back. But anyways, it's just collapsing the flanks and destroying whatever infantry they have left. That is essential. It's the flanks that will win you the game. you'll not win this type of game with front-on attacks. You need to have some sort of flanks, and if you have cavalry, even better. They can move around and completely charge from the back and move much faster than Ashigaru can. So as you can see, we charged in from behind and all their units are broken. I made a mistake of leaving my general and letting him get charged by Ashigaru, but luckily he survived, and yeah, my melee won and we won the battle. Yeah, that's it. That's how you attack with an Ashigaru army. So I hope you enjoyed this battle. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial as well. So if you want to see future tutorials on other things in this game, just leave a comment and I'll get to it as soon as possible. Anyways, remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.